One of the many events that demonstrate Breezy's kindness and humility occurred during this time, when a major scandal broke out in the splendid city of Athens, where Breezy still maintained his educational headquarters, known as the School of Athens. The beautiful and refined hetaera, known as Phryne, had been accused of impiety. Furthermore, a powerful priest accused her of having revealed the secret of the Eleusinian mysteries. Breezy, protectors, loved Scopa, immersed in classics. Creator of the pathetic style, and the sensual Praxiteles, who had been students at the school and frequented the cozy salons where artists and thinkers gathered. Coincidentally, the beautiful Phryne was Praxiteles' muse and lover. Breezy loved Phryne for her poise, her exquisite education, and her extensive knowledge of art and culture. She also loved her exuberant beauty, which always reminded him of the beautiful goddess Aphrodite. They quickly became very good friends, to the point that many became jealous that the courtesan could have such a relationship. It happened one day, when a wealthy and perverted hierophant, in love with Phryne, was extremely drunk and made some secret revelations to her that were irrelevant. The revelations related to the gods of the underworld and the recruitment of followers in the mystery rites of Eleusis. They also related to the promises of rewards in the afterlife, something related to the magic dropper. Phryne hadn't clearly understood what he was saying because the man, in his intoxication, was stumbling, but she knew that Breezy had to know what was going on. As soon as the Hierophant fell fast asleep, Phryne left for the School of Athens to personally tell Breezy everything that influential figure had revealed to her. When the Hierophant awoke and remembered that he had spoken too much with the hetaera, he began plotting Phryne's destruction, so that she would never reveal her most intimate secrets to anyone. Overnight, Phryne was accused of impiety, a very serious crime in ancient Greece, because of her beauty and comparison to the goddess Aphrodite. This, coupled with another serious accusation made by the powerful Hierophant and other zealous citizens who supported him, was that she had violated the secrecy of the Eleusinian mysteries. An accusation of impiety 60 years earlier had led to the death sentence of Socrates, one of the greatest Greek thinkers and philosophers. The same would happen if Phryne was found guilty of revealing the mysteries. So Breezy, without hesitation, set about clearing her friend and confidant of the charges. Quickly, at the request of the sculptor Praxiteles, Phryne was defended during the trial by the orator Hyperides, who claimed to be a disciple of the great orators Socrates and Plato. All three figures had been students at the famous School of Athens. Accomplices and witnesses to fate, Breezy and Chloris were among the group of spectators at the much-talked-about trial, which was held in the famous courthouse of the Areopagus, or Ares Hill, very close to the headquarters. Breezy had to find a way to help her confidant, but she also didn't want to use imposition or force. Therefore, sitting inside the courtroom during the trial, she confided in the cunning beetle Khepri, using text messages, about the details and progress of the trial. The prosecutor presented all the charges against a serene Phryne, but so far, the defense attorney had been unable to convince the judges with his argument. During a recess, the worried speaker was seen whispering to Breezy, accompanied by the cat Cypress and the marvelous dropperfly, the Pythagorean, who fluttered around, flashing his luminous dodecahedral section on and off, trying to tell them, dare to think. That is, to encourage them to put their understanding to work and seek out the judge's weak spots. Half an hour later, when the lawyer resumed his defense, in an unexpected twist, he resorted to the deepest feelings of love and beauty, trying to soften the hearts of the insensitive judges. Suddenly, a mysterious gust of wind blew through one of the courtroom windows, sending the documents flying off the prosecutor's table. It then tore off the defendant's thin, wide himation, which only managed to cover her face, leaving her naked before the astonished gaze of the judges and a large number of spectators. The judges unanimously, convinced that the world could not be deprived of such beauty, exonerated Phryne of all charges. Meanwhile, a stunning deity, radiating sensuality and beauty, who could have been mistaken for the accused's real mother, appeared in court, picked up the delicate cloak from the floor, wrapped her naked body around Phryne, and together they left the Areopagus. It was the goddess Aphrodite, Breezy's unconditional admirer and ally, who put an end to any doubts. The ingenious action at the crowded trial at the Areopagus, with which Breezy was able to prove Phryne's innocence, had exposed the influential accuser. This prompted the allies of the influential Hierophant to seek some form of revenge. Such is the case of Hecate, Breezy's archenemy, who, for no apparent reason, using as a pretext that the Cumaean Sibyl had wasted away over the years and could no longer defend herself from anyone, much less guard the forests of Avernus, ordered her to be locked in a cage and hung in the temple of Apollo at Cumae, with precise orders and explicit threats, so that no one would dare to free her. This happened because Apollo, the god who inspired the Sibyl's prophecies, promised the Cumaean Sibyl that for her efficient work, he would grant her a wish. She took a handful of sand in her hand and asked to live as many years as the particles of rock she had collected. But she forgot to ask for eternal youth, so as the years passed, she slowly began to waste away. So, when Breezy received the news of her beloved witch's arrest, she and her loyal Prometheus went to her rescue, and in a swift maneuver, freed her and took her to live in the palace of Thrace. The Sibyl of Cumae lived for about 1,000 years. Over the centuries, she became so consumed that she finally transformed into a shimmering dragonfly, which wandered through the inner garden of the apple trees, among the tiny bees, caterpillars, and newborn dropperflies, telling Breezy about her long life as a prophetess in a mysterious cave in the forests of Avernus. She also always remembered her different stories, like the day she and Breezy manipulated and mocked King Tarquinius the Proud when they sold him the Sibylline books. One day, the shimmering dragonfly flew into the depths of stellar space and disappeared. Faced with the great changes that were imminent, Breezy and his group decided to abandon the Athenian headquarters, leaving the prestigious school and gymnasium in the hands of a group of distinguished teachers and coaches. Ancient Athens will be fondly remembered by Breezy, as the fates revealed to him more famous births than at any other time, demonstrating a unique intellectual prowess. It was very comforting for Breezy to know that many of these historical celebrities began their studies at the School of Athens. Regarding his problems with the ambitious earth gods, especially the powerful Hecate, Breezy knew they weren't going to sit idly by, thanks to everything the scarab Khepri had told him about his dark journey to the world of the dead. Time would bear witness.